Hi traders, welcome to my channel. I am Rajshekhar. I hope you all are doing great and I hope you all witnessed GAN magic last week. Highly volatile, gap up, gap down, and had mentioned before, when there are multiple 45 degrees intersection, you can expect a lot of volatility and you're seeing it. And last week we had some good trading opportunities as well, and I did see some of you took good trades, and I congratulate everybody who made some money in spite of all this volatility. So now past is past. So let's have a quick recap of last week and then start with this week's probability. And before I begin, thank you all for watching the previous videos and giving me good support. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, if you like, please subscribe, like, share, and click on the notification bell for the future updates. So let's begin with this week's analysis, and let's see what are the probabilities, and let's continue. So on your left you have price time cycle, and on your right you have GAN geometry, right? So as we discussed, at the moment 24th to 17th June time cycle is active, which is this. So from 24th till last Friday, how did it play out? So from 24th we had a big move up, which started with a very positive note with all the geometrical support. It went up, closed positively till 31st. It was positive, and after 31st, the moment we hit the previous time resistances, we started seeing reversal. Means it took U-turn, and from 31st till the next time, which was 6th, it was negative, and after 6th we started into time levels, which was geometrical time level, which I had said between 7th and 8th there are two 45 degrees which is intersecting based on the previous tops which I had mentioned. One is this one and this one. So these two time levels, which was created geometrically, created high volatility, creating gap up and gap down, right? So these were all witnessed last week. Now what's important is we had a close on 10th, which was also 10th, which was also the part of this 24th to 17th time cycle. Now observe carefully, wherever we started we are back in the same price now. This is what I say, price travels from one time to another time. The only thing is price levels will change, but time levels will control the values of the price and nothing else, right? So now what's important for this week is, after seeing all these things, simple thing, the price range earlier was decent. Now the price range between the two time zones is very tight, means it is shrinked, means going ahead in the coming week we might see choppy moves or highly volatile, means it is not recommended for overnight trades unless we don't hit any of these lower levels. Now if you stay inside this range, then you should trade just like last week at extreme highs, look for shorts, at extreme lows look for longs, and do not carry overnight, and do not trade in the middle. Okay, so this is the range for now for this next week. Now this was all about the time cycles. Now looking at the global markets, there is high probability that we might see a gap down, and it's not necessary that it should open gap down, but let's assume if it opens gap down, then what should be done? See, if we open gap down, if it opens, this was the close price of last Friday, which was 10th, which was the price time cycle price which was printed. If we open, I mean if we gap down, and if it gaps down near this 10th low itself, then if 10th low does not break, we might see profit booking, and we might see some rise till this close and open. Means we'll get inside this range. Unless we don't break this low or this high, we are not going anywhere. The price will get stuck inside this range. Now if we break this, then immediately we have this support, which is 24th, which is the starting point of this price time cycle. Unless we don't break this, if it breaks, then this is our next price target, which is around 34,100, right? So what is the probability of hitting 34,100? First we need to break this 10th low, which is 34,338. Now this is based on price and time, which is stamped on the charts now, which is past. Now along with this time and price levels, I have marked some important levels based on price cycles. Okay, so now I'll just brief you about this. Focus on this black line, which is 35,800 and 32,757. See, these two black lines are your positional GANN levels. Means if you look at this, see, when we hit this 31st, the reason why I was saying if you get an opportunity, go for short, was because of this, because this was a positional trade. So unless we don't trade above this, it will not go up. And I had given an indication, this is long-term bull cycle target from the 2020 bottom. So we were already at resistance in all terms. So this was positional resistance, and this is your next positional support. And this black dotted line is your midpoint between these two. Now midpoint in your definition is 50% between these two. In my definition, it is something else. So stick to this. This is 34,671, which is midpoint of this positional GAN level, right? So now looking at the current market price, we are below the midpoint. So now if there is a gap down, this will become your strong resistance unless we don't trade above this, unless we don't break this 10th high, which is related to time also, it will not turn bullish. By any chance, if we cross this and if we cross this, then we might touch these levels, and then this will become our range. Means between 34,700 and 35,200, 35,500, means we will come inside this previous time zone, which is 6th. So the range will be inside this. Now if we don't sustain these lower levels, then we might touch these lower levels. Reason is we will be turning very negative, because this is your midpoint of this positional GAN level. Now if we don't cross this, then 34,300 is the last lifeline for this trend. If this breaks, then this will be your time based support. Even if this breaks, think 24th is the starting point of this time cycle. If this breaks, then the exact negative will start. So it was like this, now it might turn like this. So this will become now important resistance. So unless we don't cross this, we are not going back. If we break this, then we will head towards this positional target on the negative side. Okay, I hope you got it. Now to reach there, it will not happen overnight, it will go slowly. So it all depends how it moves and how the momentum will carry. If it does not break this 34,300, 34,000 levels, then possibility of hitting this will not be happening at least this coming weekly expiry. We might hit it by monthly expiry once the next time cycle starts. So when is the next time cycle? After 17th. So by 17th, if we trade inside this 17th, which was also the previous 17th May is previous time cycle, right? So before that we have another support here. Previous time is somewhere here, but previous time and price is here. Now we are looking at support, right? So if we break this 24th May, then we'll touch this, and if we break this, we'll touch these levels, which was 6th April, which was from the past time cycle, right? So trade at extreme levels, do not be aggressive. Any shorts, wait for confirmation, wait for a retracement, only then short, and longs only on confirmation, because daily trend is down now. Okay, and let me also tell you one more thing. GAN third day rule is applicable for weekly time cycles as well. So last 2 weeks we had red candles. So if in case if this wick turns green, then we might see some upward move. That's a probability, but I'm not saying you should buy only at lower levels. If you buy at lower levels, remember this is your immediate resistance, right? So now till 17th, this is our immediate resistance. Okay, I hope you got it. So let's see what is happening with Bank Nifty geometry. At current market price, we are at this 45 degrees blue line, almost near this 45 degrees of the previous swing low. And if you observe closely, we are inside this square. This is a geometrical square. Okay. So now this 45 degrees is nothing but the diagonal of these two squares. I'm talking about this light blue, and this blue is swing low 45 degrees. So both 45 degrees are with respect to their own geometries. Now if you look at the current market price, we are at previous time support, and this itself is it can become your support or resistance depending on where it opens tomorrow and how it proceeds further. Now immediately shorting at these levels might not be a good idea because of this 45 degree support and this 45 degree support. Unless we break this, it might turn choppy and we may trade inside this range till the next time, which is 17th. Right, so till the time the next time cycle starts, it might turn out to be very choppy looking at this geometry. Now this black line is part of this square, which is dividing this square into two parts, and this diagonal is dividing into four different parts, right? Positive and negative, positive and negative. So now this is your immediate time and price angles along with the price and time zone, price zone. So any gap down, do not jump to short in panic that you might thinking that it might go to lower levels like 33. I'm not saying it will not go. It might go. But to go there and to reach these levels, we need to break these angles and also the previous time zones which we had discussed in the price time cycle charts, right? So at extreme lows, if you get a buying opportunity, you can buy, but do not carry overnight. Okay, and at current market price, do not short unless it comes and hits any of the resistances based on the price levels. Okay, so this is the simple geometrical view. Overall, with respect to geometry, it is not very clear. It can break down or it can give a short-term rise as well. So you need to be prepared for both. Now, looking at the global markets, I was looking at Dow Jones and other geometries. All are trading at extreme bottom of the squares. Means there is equal possibility of a breakdown and bigger sell-off globally, and there is equal possibility it can sell off and it can trap and it can rise also. So probability of rise, even if it rises, there are a lot of resistances. So in simple terms, what I meant is, if there is a rise, look for shorting opportunity, and if you are buying, keep it in the background of your mind that this is only for 1 or 2 days. Means if I see it, there are two different kinds of trading. One is trading with the trend, one is trading against the trend. So counter trends, it is your choice, that will be against the trend. Now if there is a rise, you can avoid longs and you can wait for the next resistance area for shorting. It all depends on what is your risk appetite, right? So both are possibilities. So if you are shorting, don't short at current market price. Even if it gaps down, let it go, touch these levels, come back and then take a short. If it is going up, wait for this to break and only then you can go long and see what is the risk and reward you're getting and what kind of risk you're taking. Now looking at global markets, almost all the index are trading at the bottom of this square from a long time. So if it breaks, there will be panic sell-off. So just be prepared. See, now with respect to Bank Nifty, we are inside this square. Now whenever it is trading below this square, there is panic sell-off which is coming and hitting this lower 45 degrees which is coming from 2020, and it is rescuing it. Now next time when it comes, now see again there is an attempt to break this. Now we are below this square. Now if we continue to do the same thing, if we don't break, again there will be a rise till this level or these time resistances, and there can be sell off again. So we might continue to trade along with this 45 degree range without going or without giving a good break upside till the time this 45 degree lines is not taken. So till the time we don't complete this part of the space with time, it will be choppy, means it can be highly volatile. So trade at extremes only. Now if you break this 45 degrees, then it will give a clear indication that these levels are possibilities in the coming time. And how do you know it? See, from January till the time we don't break January low on the upside, it is negative. Now what is holding it? March low, which is also annual time cycle, is holding it. If March low breaks, that is your alarm. So please be prepared for that. Okay, I'm just giving you my views, so do your own analysis. Okay, all in all, peaceful trades not possible. Trade only at extremes. Okay, I hope you got it. Now along with this, I'll share you some important levels where you can focus for entries and exits for weekly swing trades as well as intraday. So you can take a screenshot for this. This is the price levels for intraday as well as swing trades. So this was the range that I was talking about last week. If we trade above this, we might stay positive and we may touch these levels. And if we stay below this, we'll be stuck inside this range. Now this range is activated. So 34,500, which is also I was discussing 6th high, sorry 10th high. So till the time we don't break this, we will not get into this side of the price ranges. So till the time we don't break this level, these are the ranges that is possible, and these levels wherever dotted lines are there are important supports. There you can look for a reversal trades. So these are your supports, these are your price targets which can be achieved next week. Okay, so I hope I gave you all the information that is needed for the next week. So this is my view and the probabilities. Now we have the blueprint. So how market emotions play out, and based on that we need to be a bull or a bear, whether it is intraday, whether it is a short term or a long term. Okay, so I'll end this video at this point, and I wish you good luck and have a very great profitable week ahead. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.